My name is Eddie Ndopu. I am one of 17 eminent advocates appointed by the Secretary General of the United Nations, Mr. Antonio Guterres. I am delighted to be speaking to you today, and I think that there has never been a more opportune moment than the present to really unpack the role of data in advancing the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The COVID pandemic has illuminated for all of us the ways in which the same communities, crisis after crisis after crisis, experience the worst manifestations of these crises, whether we're speaking about the global healthcare crisis or the climate crisis or the crisis pertaining to racial injustice and racial inequality. The mantra that underpins the SDGs is this idea of leaving nobody behind. But how do we account for leaving nobody behind if we don't ensure that we invest in the disaggregation of data so that we can identify and pinpoint the communities who are furthest behind the line of opportunities? It is imperative that we're able to disaggregate on the lines of gender, on the lines of disability, on the lines of race, on the lines of geography. These are absolutely important in order for us to paint a picture in order to properly understand who it is that we're speaking about when we say leave nobody behind. There is also a correlation between the invisibility that people experience in their lives on the basis of who they are or where they come from, and the invisibility in terms of the dearth of data that is available on these specific communities. So if we are to ensure that nobody is made to disappear from public view, then we must redouble our efforts to ensure that nobody disappears in terms of the data points that are absolutely fundamental to ensuring that we're able to account for everybody. I believe this is super key if we are to achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And so, as one of Mr. Antonio Guterres' advocates for the SDGs, I will reiterate what he says and say to you listening that we need to put all hands on deck and do everything in our power to ensure that nobody gets left behind. I thank you.